Sorry if I sound a little sick currently. I'm still getting over the flu. This is one sickness you don't want to be down with. It sucks really bad. All right, so Paramore's second album, Riot, really put the band on the map, and that album has stood the test of time. It's a rock music masterpiece. It is really a window into that time. It's the quintessential sound from that era. I believe it came out in 2006 or 2007, and it was unlike anything we had heard in really ever. It was very unique, extraordinary, and you can listen to it today and still really get a lot from it. It was a beautiful record, but for some reason, Hayley Williams doesn't seem to like or be proud of particularly that song, Misery Business, from the album. And I'm going to do my best to understand why it is that she doesn't like it. I understand that I am a guy and I'm a particularly a trashy guy at that. So I'm going to try to maybe see it from her perspective. So help me understand if I'm getting this wrong. So Spotify, of whom I'm a big fan of, added Misery Business to their Women of Rock playlist. And Hayley Williams posted it to her Instagram story saying this, and this is from Kerrang's article because it was an Instagram story, so shout out to them. I've linked to their story in the description. And it says, "But so is Misery Business. I know it's one of this band's biggest songs, but it shouldn't be used to promote anything having to do with female empowerment or solidarity. I'm so proud of Paramore's career. It's not about shame, it's about growth and progression. And though it'll always be a fan favorite, we don't need to include it on new playlists in 2020. I don't know. I don't really like this. I think that the song is great. And she's spoken about this in the past in an interview previously. She said the following: "I haven't related to it in a very long time. Those words were written when I was 17, admittedly from a very narrow-minded perspective. It wasn't really meant to be this big philosophical statement about anything. It was quite literally a page in my diary about a singular moment I experienced as a high schooler. And that's the funny part about growing up in a band with any degree of success. People still have my diary, the past and the present, all the good and the bad and the embarrassing of it." And she announced in 2018 that they weren't going to be performing the song live anymore, which is sort of odd because it's one of their biggest songs of all time. And pretty much all their fans love it. So what's so bad about the song? Let's go to the lyrics and look at what she said. So I think it's the second verse of this song that she hates, where she says, "Second chances, they don't ever matter. People never change. Once a whore, you're nothing more. I'm sorry, that'll never change." She was pissed off at the time she wrote the song. I've been pissed off and said some shit I didn't mean. Every person watching this video has done that. The song went on to be huge. The song means different things to each listener. Each person who experiences it applies it in different ways. I personally never listened to Misery Business and was like, yeah, man, I'm a 17-year-old girl and I'm pissed. Didn't even cross my mind. So why Hayley Williams is so upset about this song or doesn't want to really associate with it anymore is sort of confusing to me, because I know that empowering women and feminism is something that is very, very important to her, and I respect that, and I think it's great that she does that. But I don't think that that means that you have to further do anything other than explain the fact that you are not who you were at the time that you wrote this song, so you hope people don't take it literally. Just like in the way that someone like Eminem writes a song or Limp Bizkit writes a song, that you don't listen to a song about breaking stuff and immediately stand up and start smashing your fine china. She was 17 when she wrote the song. It's perfectly understandable that she did not feel in line with what she was writing at that time. And I really feel for her, because it seems like she feels particularly bad or anxious about it. But I just hope that there's nobody pressuring her like, you better not perform that song anymore. It's bad. We're not going to be friends with you anymore. It is her song. If she doesn't want to perform it anymore, she's entitled to do that. I just hope she's thinking about this, because this song means a lot to a lot of people. And ultimately, a very small percentage of fans are coming to see you live to take really social guidance from you. They are going there to get a departure from their lives and have a good time. I think you're doing much more of a service to people by giving them a wonderful experience and putting a smile on their face and singing the songs that they love than you are by engaging in deep social commentary about what this song really meant at the root of it to the audience. And I don't know that this is about the fans or that it has to be about the fans, because ultimately, again, it's her song. She can do with it what she wants. I just hope she's considerate of the fact that there are millions and millions of real people with everyday lives out there in the world who do not exist at Coachella, who aren't on Twitter, that are deeply focused on their own shit and aren't hyper analyzing your lyrics and judging you from afar. So whatever social circle you're in, if it's causing you to deeply feel guilty about yourself, maybe it's time to take a step back from that social circle that's guilt tripping the shit out of you about something that happened 15 years ago and get some true peace for yourself. And then maybe, hopefully, you can stand up there and rock out to Misery Business and not have to feel guilty about whatever message you may be sending to people. And hopefully the fans also understand that you're not a person who exists to degrade women. Rather, you exist to proudly lift them up and empower them. So that's my take on it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think about it. So, yeah, all the best to Hayley, and that's all for now. Thanks so much for joining us today at Rockfeed. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on breaking news and updates. Thanks again for joining us.